did ban out Ziggs though. So now MIRM0000 is going to be locking in with that Olaf and that Irelia still.
Galio.
Fate is now available, but no one is picking it up. Galio still available. G4 is still up for grabs. There, is this the? It's the same pick.
It's a reboot of the same same draft without the Ziggs. Twisted Fate is open though, so
Yes.
makes me wonder if that is going to be the option for the mid lane instead of double melee as your solo laners. This is gonna be tough. I think it's more of MIRM0000 Esports wanting to say, hey, we failed the first time. We have the second chance to make this work, and it will be the biggest difference. See Nami getting picked up to enable the Lucian Nami lane that we talked about. And it also basically, no, they're going for the same draft. They're going for the Darius. They're going for the triple melee up against a Galio, up against a Riven, up against a Jarvan that can potentially trap the Olaf again in the Cataclysm. This is MIRM0000 wanting a second chance at this comp.
Okay, this is game 2 remastered for MIRM0000 side, but LAKAN, the only tweak that they had is now we have a Nami. Again, Ziggs has been banned out. I like how MIRM0000 was able to just answer that quickly. Again, this is Champ Select by Riot Go, and these are the lineups for our game number 3, last game for our second series. Who do you think will win just by looking at the draft? Do not forget to comment it in the chat below. So, I'm gonna expect a lot of good taunt as well, but Tidal Wave is gonna be this key ultimate from LAKAN. I guess MIRM0000 could just for the side of LAKAN, I guess MIRM0000 they could just try to wait for these very heavy 5v5 dependent ultimates to be on cooldown, and then they can go with the re-engage. I mean, Sona, Sarah, they're all about the re-engage, all about that CC while they're falling back or while they're just storming through the lane.
Yeah, it's making everyone unkillable, basically. I think the reason why they're comfortable with this draft now is minus the Ziggs. Usually it's a rock, paper, scissors kind of thing where sustain kind of counters poke, just because when poke happens, you just heal everything back up. In the meantime, level 1 though.
Okay, that is going to be the steal coming through for the side of LAKAN. MIRM0000 had no other choice but to give that one up. Now, LAKAN will go back to their specific or their usual lane. Sante just going to get some minion EXP here and there from the mid lane and then go back to the dragon and try to duke it out against Yaohan. But look at the mid lane, the rest can get 2v1. The Denny will be able to survive this one. He is going to be A-okay, but he will suffer a lot of hooks from this Sarah Sona composition. The Arjuk alongside Aizen, me calling Emperor, only one left to just clear the waves pouring into the Baron lane.
There's a lane swap that Emperor was ready to welcome, but looks like Aizen and Arjuk are just gonna go standard for now. But it's not really exactly a standard matchup just because MIRM0000 and Wura are still in the mid lane. Again, this gives access to XEXP. That means Rift Scholar takes can be contested every single time. The shields, the heals are going to be there. And let's see if they get a double scuttler start for this game.
Okay, the next will be a hot target for the side of MIRM0000. The drop not going to connect, right? Also have the heals coming through. That is the batons connecting onto MIRM0000 himself. Will he be able to get the kill? That is going to be a no. The Dene is still not going to be using his ignite just yet. Looking up top though, now you have Yaohan trying to duke it out against Tante, but Tante is still pretty healthy. Yaohan will reach level 4 immediately though, and you also have XDXP lurking at the bush there at the sides. Mini waves pouring in, the Yaohan just gonna focus on the honey fruit and then target the turret. Now this is gonna be MIRM0000 coming in with the counter engage. A tad bit late though, but it's okay. They will be able to get this non-contested. Now Tante alongside Galio is just forced to push the wave back in the mid lane.
But this is a completely different start. It's basically MIRM0000 taking as many resources as they can. As many... Oh, Tante though.
Dante, that was a bit too deep, but he was able to jump his way to safety. Looking now at Dragon Lane, this LAKAN esports just focusing on the objective game. In a retrospect, though, Mirmu will be able to get one turret. It's gonna be a race on whoever gets the first blood tower. Here, though, has been taunt connecting on to Darius, but he did not fall just yet. Three champions making their way at the mid lane. Not sure if they're gonna pick a fight. Seraphine does have the ultimate, does have encore as well as the crescendo for Sona, but I guess they're just gonna reserve that to actual team fight.
Yeah, they're trying to reserve it for the next objective. Again, it's going to be the Rift Herald and as well as the Mountain Drake almost simultaneously spawning. And with that, I wonder what Mirmo... I think Mirmo would want to... Actually, it's so valuable because more shields if you get the Mountain Drake, more survivability on top of the existing shields and heals that you have from the Sarah and Sona. So I can't imagine that Mirmo would want this as well. Now, the biggest question is, are they prepared for the 5v5s? Because Ison has a completed Essence Reaver. If Mirmo doesn't get Ison first, and he is able to free hit at the backline, I think they might be in a little bit of trouble.
Okay, Repel is now up as well as the first Drake of the game. That is the Mountain Drake, but Mirmo is gonna focus on taking down this Repel. So LAKAN, they could just focus on the Mountain Drake unless they want to pick a fight. Unless, you know, they want to be very spicy this time around. Boy J will try to get this Drake all alone, but here comes the other members of LAKAN. We also have Seraphine and Darius ready for to get the Repel. Let's be the Alpha connecting, and now let's be the Mountain Drake being secured by the blue side. Now you have the Crescendo coming through. It's going to be the Flagger Drag connecting, but he was able to flash out. No casualties just yet. Both teams just being able to get the objectives. Beat drop now going to connect as well. And now you have the Rip Herald being summoned at the mid lane. Contagion, Flash, and Drag plus the Cataclysm. It's going to be the opposite not connecting, but Rip Herald is really taken down. Will they be able to get the turret? Just not yet.
I like the plan in mind from Mirmo. They wanted to solo the Rift Herald first and then use the rest of the 4-man to distract the Dragon take. But LAKAN didn't fall for it, and they secured that for themselves. And they also deny the Rift Herald, basically. It was only just one charge, and the tower didn't even go down. So this is a very, very nicely done move by the side of LAKAN.
Trying to throttle this one out. And Mirmo Esports got the XP on here at Grand Lane. Mirmo now, actually it's Mirmo or Mirmo. I'm gonna say Mirmo just because I remember an anime. So Mirmo is just gonna go in with the recall. Then still on this Gaio. Of course, we're gonna be seeing a damage type Gaio. Roa already being secured by this champion. Now Yao is just gonna hold his route in his lane, but up top, LAKAN will be able to take out this Dragon Lane turret. Mirmo, they're just forced to either get a turret or get a kill. They are gonna prioritize the turret takedown. So Tante is just near or lurking at the sides. He could jump in as the upper hand connecting. The stuns are gonna come through, but no casualties just yet. We also have the Quantum Flight being proc. Yaohan already giving this first outer turret a start, and that is gonna be another turret going over to Mirmo Esports.
And that's a space that Mirmo will welcome, because in the next few minutes, it is going to be the Infernal Drake. They will badly need this. They want to engage.
Kuroto got in, pull in. Now that is really the beat-drop connecting. That's being knocking the down. The first one be going over to the red side. J4 does get taken down. Now you have the next body being taken down. As Irelia Doppel going over to Darius. Irelia gets, Raven gets taken down rather. That is going to be a 2-1 in favor of Mirmo. It all started with that Proto Belt and that pull from Emperor alley-ooping his way into the beat drop or the roots from Mirmo and Mirmo Esports. This is the power of their lineup. They just need to try and end this before the late game enters.
Exactly. They should keep repeating this scenario. They should engage, activate the movement speed coming from the Sona and then the Seraphine, and then kill someone immediately. Just focus all and funnel all your damage into one, because they will, I believe, will have a difficult time in the later stages because Ison is gonna keep ramping up. As we can see, Executioners calling slowly being picked up by the members of LAKAN. They want to cancel out the healing, so much sustain. from Mirmo's side. In the meantime, Luden Sacco already completed for the Seraphine, so gonna help out a little bit on the damage department and as well as that extra wave clear. And Athenes as well, just to assist, again, landing all those autos as much as they can, Yauhan, especially XDXP on this Olaf.
Now, the next trick is going to be up in 26 more seconds. Tante, I guess LAKAN is walking back into this one far setup. Gonna try to survive the 4v5 fights against Mirmo. But now you have Yahan coming with the recalls. Red side would want to get their hands on this dragon, but I think they want to pick a fight first. Johan does have the ultimate available should he try to go with the initiate. They are just trying to play this one out safely. Infernal Dick is definitely a juicy dragon. Both teams would want to get their hands on, but you know what? Boy J is lurking at the sides. They can jump in whenever they want to, but they have to be very wary of the encore. Emperor is right there. They are going to be pushed back. Tidal Wave is connect onto one, as well as the ebb and flow. But it's not going to be enough. It's not going to come through. That is going to be Mirmo being able to clear the dragon maybe, but you know what? Boy J jumped in.
Oh, they stole it!
As the calculus that is to be the is being able to get a bit knocked up after knockup. They are being taken down. They are surviving just fine. They are being taken down. All of saying goodbye, as well as the Mirmo flashing his way into safety rather. It is going to be a 4-0 in favor of LAKAN, and they were able to get the Infernal Dick. They can even take a turret if they want to.
Yeah, they can definitely, maybe even a kill? Possibly for Mirmo. He has still barrier though. He still has barrier, so he is fine for now. But the thing about that fight we saw how Boy J was so patient. He used the flag and drag to enter the Dragon's Pit, but there were zero threats for him. They couldn't lock him down for canceling out the possible steal, and Boy J had just a ton of room to do that. I think he had zero threats. He was just standing there waiting for the dragon to be incredibly low, and that is an immediate problem. And as we can see, the Grievous Wounds are doing a lot of work. 3 Executioner's Calling already on the side of LAKAN, and it's basically just canceling out the heals coming from Mirmo and Wura.
Now Baron Nashor is up, has already spawned. Mirmo, I like how they try to just go to the area way faster than LAKAN. They should try to go with the initiate, honestly, but they have to be very wary of the flag and Jan coming in from Boy Joy. He does get pulled, but he is A-okay. Now let's see the catalyst and Lucy going over the Tante. That is an actually for to get taken down. Saying goodbye as well. Now that is going to be LAKAN just storming through the front lines of Mirmo Esports. Killings to going over to Aizen. Seraphine saying goodbye. Sona being disseminated. Red team being able to get the ace. And that is just LAKAN 10 minutes in. Being able to survive their win, or at least check their win condition. That is going to be them taking the last turn at the mid lane. They could finish this if they want to. However, Yauhan as well as Mirmo will be up in again. So at least try to take out the outer turrets left from the side of Mirmo.
It's a 9k goal lead. It's ballooning up again for LAKAN. And this is the challenge that Mirmo wanted to take. Okay, fine. Take the Lucian. We can make we can make this composition work for the second time. And so far, there have been picks here and there, but only 2 so far, and they're going all those kills going over to Emperor. And we didn't get to see those setups. We didn't get to see those resets, the low health targets. There's just so much peel from the side of LAKAN. Look at the Cataclysm again, zoning out the Olaf. We've seen this matchup. It's a timeless matchup. It's a timeless counter, even from the League PC days. And to add in a Galio, where a taunt is just gonna cancel the melees from Mirmo. Therefore, it makes things much, much harder. Gargoyle's Stoneplate as well being picked up. So the reason why Tante is so brave, he's pretty much tanky, even has the Death Dance on the board as well. So Mirmo, it cannot find, Ison because there's just so much frontline on the board.
Tante is still pushing while Mirmo is focused on the Baron. Guys, you need to fall back. But no one likes the conflict. We will take that be a yes. Finishly going over to Dene. Another champion being taken down while they are at the Baron lane. Tante, the hardest working man in WoW before this game.
Oh, split pushing.
Focusing on their next.
Never mind.
That is going to be them being able to get the Nexus. There is no vision, but that's okay. A fresh wave is coming through. Red team being able to get the Baron, but but LAKAN being able to get the